We'll be moving towards NAM, Cold War and NAM. Okay, I'm continuing with the chapter called India's Foreign Policy. In the previous classes, I'd already explained you about non-alignment movement, the aims of Panchashil, very, very important. The points to be noted out here. Why there was a very in need for following of non-alignment policy. Thereafter, I did with the Bandung Conference, Belgrade Conference, some of the important objectives of NAM, which was later on included, were abolition of imperialism and colonialism, maintenance of internal peace, disarmament, new international economic order, enforcement of human rights. Okay, till here I had explained. Now today I'll be moving towards to Cold War and NAM. The word non-alignment was coined and used by Jawaharlal Nehru. He believed that Indian freedom struggle was a part of worldwide struggle for freedom and progress. Okay, say the word NAM. This word was been first used by the first Prime Minister of Free India, that is Jawaharlal Nehru. Is it clear? Got it? The word non-alignment was been first used by Jawaharlal Nehru. So what he believed was that when India took an initiative to free her motherland from the hand of the British. Okay, he believed that Indian freedom struggle was a part of the worldwide struggle for freedom and progress, because India started the movement against British government. India started a movement to free her motherland. So that struggle was one of the part of the worldwide struggle for freedom and progress. After that, okay, most of the countries which were being colonized, most of the countries which were being dominated by one or the another European power, those countries also started taking an initiative for freedom movement. Very soon, Nehru's role was seen in the Korean crisis of 1950 when he condemned North Korean aggression on South Korea. See, as I've told you, India had taken an initiative to start the policy called non-alignment. The first and the foremost objective was to protest the domination of the foreign powers, the powers of the European countries over the other underdeveloped countries. Nehru has always taken an initiative. You can clearly see in the Korean crisis of 1950, when a war was going on in Korea in the year 1950. That means actually what was happening, North Korea was moving forward and having an aggressive movements on South Korea. North Korea started attacking South Korea. So that environment we call as a Korean crisis of 1950, that was clearly condemned. It was clearly protested by Jawaharlal Nehru. Slowly and slowly, you can clearly see the role of Jawaharlal Nehru on this non-alignment policy. In the other hand side, the Anglo-French combination took action against Egypt on the matter of Suez Canal in 1956. India here to clearly, openly condemn this action of Anglo-French combination. Anglo, British and France, jointly, they started taking an action against Egypt, especially on the matter of Suez Canal in the year 1956. In this action, of Anglo-French, India completely condemned it. India completely protested it. Not only that, even Russia has intervened in Hungary. That was also condemned. Here, India is playing a vital role. Every time India is going against those countries who are trying to dominate it, who are trying to dominate the other country because of their power. Is it clear? So India here, Russia, when Russia also intervened in Hungary's internal affairs, here also India completely condemned. So this way, India became a positive force in the world politics. This is how India made a great figure in the world politics. After Nehru's death, India government followed the same policy. It doesn't mean that after the end of Jawaharlal Nehru, after the death of Jawaharlal Nehru, the policy ended. It was not that. After even after the death of Jawaharlal Nehru, Indian government completely followed the same policy, which was been adopted by Jawaharlal Nehru, that is non-alignment movement. The 7th summit was held at New Delhi. Try to understand the 7th summit of NAM. The 7th summit of NAM was held at New Delhi in 1983. See, first summit, second summit, third summit. Okay, some of the conference was been held at Belgrade, some Bandung. Similarly, the 7th conference of NAM was being held at New Delhi in the year 1983. It was in this summit, in this meeting, a resolution was being passed to demand the withdrawal of foreign troops from Afghanistan and Cambodia. Try to understand. It was in this meeting. It was in the summit which was held at New Delhi, that is in India, in the year 1983. In this conference, they passed one resolution. All the nations who were the members of non-aligned, okay, they passed the resolution asking, or let's say demanding, that the foreign troops should be immediately withdraw from Afghanistan and Cambodia. From these two places, the foreign troops should withdraw it immediately. This demand was being passed in the summit of 7th summit of NAM in New Delhi in 1983. Not only that, even this summit, the conference which was been held in New Delhi, also supported the freedom struggle of the people of Namibia, South Africa and Palestine, and demanded banning the test of nuclear weapons. See, even it was in this summit only they supported, because the freedom struggle was going on. Even the people of Namibia, even the people of South Africa, even the people of Palestine, okay, they had started a movement, a freedom movement. So that movement was been supported by NAM in the summit. Not only that, even they demanded that each and every country should completely stop the testing of nuclear weapons. Every country should ban. They demanded that none of the country should test the nuclear weapon. So this was also demanded in the 7th summit of NAM held at New Delhi in 1983. In all conferences, India upheld the policy initiated by Jawaharlal Nehru and always tried to stand by the side of oppressed people all over the world. Say, though after Nehru also, it doesn't mean after Nehru, okay, the policy ended up. No. This India, in all the conference, in all the summit which was been held of NAM, in all this conference, in the policy was been upheld by India. The policy which was been initiated, the policy which has been started by Jawaharlal Nehru, that is non-alignment policy, that was being upheld by India, and always India tried to stand by the side of oppressed people all over the world. Not only of India. They not only stood up for the oppressed people of India, but India stood up for the oppressed people of all over the world. So the point should be noted. Everyone should understand that the 7th summit of NAM was held at New Delhi in the year 1983. Now let us come towards to the end of Cold War and shift in focus. Okay, see, finally Cold War ended up. See, Cold War ended up when the relation of Russia and America started improving. See, obviously, because Cold War was between these two major countries, you know very well, the two superpower blocks, that is America and Russia. So the moment the relations started improving between these two countries, the Cold War completely ended up. As I've told you, Cold War ended and Russia and America are now working in close cooperation with each other. Now, these two countries started working with cooperation. Okay, they started cooperating each other. After that, the Cold War ended. Now, the military blocks no longer exist, which was, I've already told you, Warsaw Pact, NATO Pact, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. These were the military blocks. This completely dissolved. Okay, these blocks were completely dissolved. Military blocks no longer existed. The big powers were trying for disarmament. Now they even started stopping the arms race. Okay, they stopped the arms race and they started trying for disarmament to keep fewer weapons, to stop manufacturing more weapons. Okay, so the big powers started trying for disarmament. Now, the situation, the scenario completely changed. Try to understand. The scenario completely changed. The situation completely changed. So in this changed situation, one question comes out here. The question comes, what will be the future of NAM? See, because NAM, non-alignment movement, was being formed just because of the Cold War. Because the Cold War was going on, you know very well. The world war being divided into superpower blocks. For that, to stop that only, the NAM started. The NAM was being formed in a great initiative of the three big powers, countries like India, Egypt, isn't it, and Yugoslavia. But finally, what happened at the end? What happened? Let us come to the conclusion. Cold War ended up. The big powers started cooperating with each other. Now, in this situation, in this condition, the question comes: what will be the future of NAM? Whether the NAM will be existing or the NAM will cease out. Okay, now let's see. NAM has virtually lost its political relevance after the end of Cold War. See, obviously, the political condition, okay, the political relevance of NAM has completely, they lost it after the end of the Cold War. Cold War finished, that means the political relevance of NAM also ended up. They started losing it. But remember, it still continues to be an effective forum for seeking economic justice. Still, NAM is there. It doesn't mean that non-alignment was completely dissolved after the Cold War ended. It's not that. Though it lost the political relevance, but still, NAM continues to be an effective organization, especially to get economic justice. With the emergence of neo-colonialism, NAM has become again irrelevant. Especially a great example, NAM has been given. A number of small and weak states are unable to preserve the sovereignty. See, try to understand. Still, there are many states are there. There are many small states are there. There are many weak states are there who are not able to protect their sovereignty. Why do you know? These small countries, because they have been interfered by international financial institutions like World Bank and others. Because these weak countries, small countries, had been influenced by these bigger international financial institutions like World Bank. They look after them. That means these small countries who completely depend upon their economic condition on this World Bank. There's a very fear in their mind, and they are not able to protect their sovereignty. Any moment, any time, they might dominate those small and weak countries. So these institutions very often try to impose their own decision on those states. These institutions, for example, I'll just say World Bank. Every time what they try to impose their own decision on those states, because they are helping those small states, weak states, and they wanted to impose their own decision on those states. See, doing this has become a greater challenge to the democracy. That means there is no democracy in those states. Because those small and weak states are not able to do anything. Because they are getting help from those financial institutions, and those financial institutions are imposing their own decision out there. So slowly and slowly, they are not able to protect their sovereignty. And not only that, this is a great challenge to democracy in those states. As you know very well, the Soviet Russia disintegrated. The Soviet Russia was being specially break down into small pieces, small states. After that, America became most powerful state in the world politics. See, the moment Soviet Russia, try to understand, the moment Soviet Russia disintegrated, America became the most powerful state in the world politics. America took the control over the world politics. So it has been clearly seen, it has been clearly observed that America took unilateral action in Afghanistan, Iraq. Especially in Afghanistan and Iraq, their one action was being taken by America, without discussing with other. Okay, it was been clearly seen that America was taking their own action in Afghanistan, Iraq. In this situation, NAM can take active part. Say, in this condition, in this scenario, non-alignment movement can take an active part, and they can prevent the worldwide domination of America. It is only NAM who can stop the domination of America, because America had become, I told you, America had become the most powerful state in the world politics. They wanted to dominate the other countries. So in this situation, because it has been clearly seen even in Afghanistan and Iraq, America started taking their own action. So who can protect this? Who can stop the world domination of America? It is NAM. NAM can play a previous role in achieving universal peace, disarmament, and development of all small states. See, it is only NAM. It is only NAM who can play its role to get universal peace. It is NAM who can play a role for disarmament, and it is NAM who can develop the small states. Say NAM, NAM is seriously thinking to reshape the United Nations. Okay, especially one of the most important organ of United Nations, that is Security Council. And to make Security Council more efficient, NAM is thinking to reshape this United Nations. And there is no doubt in future, the non-alignment movement may become a major force in the world politics like before. Say, like before only, in coming future, in near future, NAM can become a major force in world politics. Is it clear? So it is only NAM who can control, who can prevent the domination of other foreign countries over the weaker countries. Is it clear? Okay, my dear children. So I had completed the Indian foreign policies out here. Okay, so in our next class, we'll do Sino-Indian War. So I'll end up my class out here. Thank you very much.